We've had a good start to the year. Record production breaking the 2 million engine equivalent barrier. We've been close a few times before. 1 month last year we missed by less than 200 engine equivalents. That was painful. But now we solidly broke it with 2.2 million in March. 3 installations in the first quarter. It's not so long ago that 3 installations was a good year. And we had our second highest month ever for sampling cup shipments in March. Series production up 18%, revenue up 30%, operating result up 100%. So it really has been a good quarter. But we've also reported some less good quarters in the past. And when we felt that the result didn't really reflect our progress, we explained that the result is a snapshot. And for a small cap like SinterCast, the picture depends a lot on timing. Timing of installations, of invoicing, and other factors, even exchange rates. So in the same way, the first quarter is a snapshot. And this time we've benefited from positive timing and a bright picture. But I don't want to pour cold water on it, and I don't want to suggest that the stars aligned in March. And the results are part of a long and sustained trend. We've had an average compounded annual growth rate of 18% from 2007 to 2015. And each of our last 5 quarters have been at or above record production. So it isn't at all a one-off. We did a good job, we had a good start, and we can all be happy that we put a strong quarter in the books. That's 1 out of 4 on our way to the 2015 result. Now, there's no problem at all with the Dongfeng installation. Let me start by explaining our installation procedure. First, we specify the equipment together with the customer. That's easy for a mini system, but it can be quite complex and detailed for a full system. We then build the equipment according to the specification. When it's built, the customer engineers come to our technical center here in Sweden to train on their own equipment. So that's training. They confirm that the equipment is built according to the specification, and they sign off to approve that the equipment is ready for shipping. When the equipment arrives in the foundry, our engineers go there, they install, they train the engineers and the operators, and our goal of that first visit is to secure installation acceptance. The installation acceptance triggers the final payment. And finally, usually after 5 or 6 weeks, we return for a follow-up visit. And this gives the foundry some time to test and to develop a series of questions that we can go back and help them with. In the case of Dongfeng, the timing is only related to their schedule to come to Sweden for the training and the sign-off. So in China, engineering level people don't have passports. When they return from a trip, they have to surrender their passports at customs. So for the training, they've had to apply for new passports, and once they got their new passports, they then had to apply for a Swedish visa. And that process took longer than expected, so we missed the first training window earlier in the year. They're now rescheduled to come to Sweden in the beginning of May, so we'll have the training, we'll ship the equipment. When we ship, we take it into the books, and it'll be a nice little contribution to the second quarter results. The US dollar started to increase about a year ago now, and since then it's appreciated about 40% against the Swedish crown. At the same time, the euro has increased by about 5% against the crown. For SinterCast, hedging is a board item, and the board reviews the hedge position at every one of the main meetings. Since the middle of 2014, we've significantly reduced our US dollar hedge, and we've also made reductions in our euro hedge. So I think we've been proactive and sensible. Since we started to hedge back in 2009, we've realized a gain of more than 3 million Swedish crowns, so the hedge has been well managed and successful. I also want to point out that following our expansion over the last 5 years, a lot of our salary and office costs are outside of Sweden, and that provides a natural hedge. We don't have to convert all of our revenue back to crowns. The general opinion is that the US dollar will remain strong, and we hope to continue benefiting from that. The positive impact of the exchange rate can be seen in our series production. The series production volume is up by 18%, but the series production revenue is up by 40%. This isn't entirely because of the currency, but it's the main factor. So a strong dollar, strong euro, both good for SinterCast. Yeah, we're happy with our team. In the difficult economy of 2009 and 10, we reduced our headcount to 13, and we've progressively grown that back to 19 today. And we've added the 6 new colleagues according to the demand to support the market, and the demand for our internal product development, and all according to our annual budgeting. We broadened our commercial presence. We changed from representatives to employees in China and Korea, and that's really improved our market presence. And we deepened our technical resources by adding new engineers, so for customer support and also for internal R&D. We've recruited the team that we want to have. We have no recruiting plans for the rest of this year, so the expense level should remain rather flat while the revenue grows. But we're in a good financial position. We have a strong cash box, and if a skilled technical candidate approached us, we'd probably take the opportunity. Our 6 managers have an average age of approximately 50. I'm on the north side of that. And I think we've done a good job recently of recruiting new young engineers with good skills, good energy, and good growth potential. The board has historically been tasked with retaining what was called key staff, but on behalf of the employees, I think that the board has done a really good job lately of incentivizing and motivating all employees. So before I finish on this one, I just want to put the 19 employees into perspective. When I joined SinterCast in November 1991, I became the 19th employee. And we were 19 people, and we had no series production. Today, our 19-person team supports the production of 2 million engine equivalents in 12 countries around the world, and we also satisfy the reporting requirements of a publicly traded company. So no net growth in 24 years and doing a lot more work. I'm really proud of the efficiency and the load-bearing capability of this team.